This is Rocky Hall, and I'm on the front line.
Ecuador was the very first country that granted constitutional rights to nature.
Cameras down.
And although we are considered precedent among many countries, this is the flag that represents all the indigenous nations down south, the Abya Yala, which is the name that we call to our land
She
before
came here
the
from
European
Ecuador.
invasion. We are the Abya Yala people. The Abya Yala extended all what is like the three Americas. It means the land of vital blood. That is what Abya Yala means. And I came here to feel myself with a strength. It was hard to decide to come and talk, but I had to do it. And I appreciate a lot you listening to me. And I appreciate everything that you're doing. And thank you for everything you do and everything you are. We are learning. And I'm here to service. So if there's any way that I can support, please let me know. Thank you so much. You've been trying to push
The tribal members have told the DAPL to come and remove their equipment.
We let check it win, ma. Who I am doesn't matter. What matters is the message. I come from the legally occupied territory known as California, one of the richest states in the world. They're trying to raise the Shasta Dam 9 feet. They say there's a drought, but what they're doing is they're selling all the water.
Yep.
They're letting
yeah,
Crystal
that's
Geyser desecrate our sacred lands. We ain't having it no more. Our Winnemem people have been on the dam for over 10 years, war dancing, praying for the land. In our way, we don't believe that we're native unless we have that connection to the land, and we pray at the river, and we stand up for our sacred sites. In my culture, the women is the power, the dreamers, the weavers, the backbone. It's time to rise, but it's also time for unity. I stood on the highest mountain in the world, from sea to sky, Mauna Kea, with Antipua, with all the Kanaka Maori. Never were they faced with that 30-meter telescope on their sacred mountain, where they have their sacred water. She had a dream, and the spirit came to her and told her that she had to protect the mountain. And she said, but I'm only a school teacher. And she went and she rose an army. And they believe in the aloha, the breath of life. And they stand disciplined against the colonizers. And they stand strong in their medicine. They do not break their discipline because that's what they want. They want division. They want anger. They want hate. They want all these things so that they can harm us, because they can't have what we got, and that's our power. It's time to believe in ourselves. It's time to take our ceremonies back from these culture vultures and these people that are misusing them, and stand up for our women and our children. You men that got that European attitude like you don't need to listen to a woman, you need to check yourselves.
I like this guy.
Men that know better, you need to check them. We're not pacifists, we never have been. But we believe in our medicine wholeheartedly. And it's time. Enough's enough. Oh!
Waylon Gray, I'm from Muskogee Creek Nation, Oklahoma. And first off, I want to thank the people of this land for allowing us to come to your territory and help stand up with you. Very honored to be here. The greatest feeling I ever felt was coming over that hill and seeing all the people out there, all the tribes coming together. And we fight many battles. Right now we're fighting for our sacred land in Alabama on Hickory ground, Ojibwa. were a tribe called the Porch Band that got recognized in 1985, acquired our sacred land that we have in Oklahoma now, that we still have our ceremonies at. Ojibwa was in Alabama, and the tribe acquired our land and desecrated our sacred land and dug up over 60 remains and built a resort, a casino on top of it. And we went to try to stop it. You know, a few of us. We got arrested and got charged with terrorism and all kinds of stuff, and ended up going to court and got charged and got sentenced to 5 years. Suspended sentence, went to jury trial last year and won. We fight many battles, and one-on-one, it's a very hard battle. But we all come together, we cannot be beat. For all of our issues, we have to come together as one, because we are one. We're all brothers and sisters, we're the same. It's a very tough battle, and if we protect the sacred will protect us all, forever. I just want to say Mado.
Good afternoon. My name is Sam Hunter. I'm an anthropologist from Southern California. I protect a site called the Black Mountain Complex.
Thank you.
There was a battle fought there 7,000 years ago. So your history goes back at least 12 to 16,000 years.
Goes back forever.
Creator brought us here.
One of the things that everybody has been taught was that the Indians never had any form of writing. It has taken me 16 years, but I have absolute proof that that is not true.
Woo!
I also have the name of the person who came up with the legal strategy to steal the land from the Indians using the government to do it. His name is Lewis Henry Morgan. He made himself a friend of the Indian. Everybody thought he was a great guy. I asked my colleagues, master's degrees, PhDs, I asked them, what was his day job? And nobody can tell me. What I will tell you is that he was a railroad attorney. I am honored and I am proud to be here in your light. And I thank you very much for allowing me to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Noah. I'm mixed. I'm from Haudenosaunee, Eastern Woodlands. First of all, I thank you, sir. We always ask from the leader permission to speak. That pipeline is a tentacle of a much larger beast. I'm here because I heard there were 7,000 Ongwahoe here. That's why most of us came here. This is the heartland of the turtle. If you disregard the Canadian border, the Canadian-American border, this is the center. This is about more than just the pipeline.
Yes, it is.
We've got to keep our numbers up here. I know many are going to see that the tractors are going to leave and they're going to say, oh, it's over. I've been to many stand-ups and it just disappeared.
Thank you.
It's much larger than the pipeline. We've got to keep our minds in the indigenous mindset. I don't mean to be negative, but this is a time for us to rebuild our sacred culture, our sacred language. What is sacred to us? You turn on the radio and hear any rock and roll. I wouldn't go into Longhouse and hear rock and roll. I want us to keep this indigenous, we call it Ungohoin back where I'm at home. It means the real people. Now, obviously I'm mixed. I'm not discouraging any race at all. But this is, we've got to keep our one mind and the sacred turtle's heart to make this stronger so that it doesn't dissipate. I have people, my friends and family coming from back at home, the Haudenosaunee, because of the numbers that are here, because we're under the Ungohoin thought. I just want to keep that, I want to put that out there. Keep it native, keep it indigenous, keep it Ungohoin. Respect the house as to where you are. You know, just, when we say let it be one in our minds, is Netodit Nyotik, and that's how I feel, amongst all of us. Keep it Ungohoin, keep it native. It's bigger than this. Keep it growing, let it resonate out. It's time now. You know it.
I want to thank you all for being here. I cannot stay long enough, but to those of you who stay, I know that winter is coming, and we can send you what you need.
Candace
Because
tents.
if you want this to stay like this and to have water, then we have to stay here as long as we can. Otherwise, your home will look like my home. My home is Los Angeles. I steal water from the Indians up north. We steal water and it comes through uranium mines. So I come from a homeland that's beautiful and desert-like, and now we're stealing water from everyone. And there's nothing there that's alive. Every bit of grass that tries to grow gets cut down. We need the water for swimming pools. Well, enough of that. Enough of that. Part of our unity is recognizing that some of us are pigs. We take things while others have nothing. And you come and stand here while they're watching the television. I like TV. But I just want to say to you that we must stay here as long as we can. Those of you who stay, I admire your strength. But you must stay here, or this will become like my homeland. And you don't want that. So I am very proud of all of you. Thank you to the people whose land this is. I'm sorry this is happening to you. We come to try and help. We come to just say that we are with you. Thank you all very much.
Oh, Madakyase. I went to the tribal council today and I showed them some documents. This is really important because I still don't hear it enough. So what I did is I took it off the internet. This is a letter we wrote about Brian Keane at the United Nations because he was trying to get rid of indigenous leaders to keep them from talking about the United States. The first part is United States. It is an established fact that the United States went bankrupt in 1933. What does that mean? That means that Roosevelt, he fired Congress and he fired himself and he handed all federal documents over to the United Nations 12 years before the actual building was ever built. That also means Washington don't have treaties. This paper here is a chronicle list of international treaties around the world. They started in 1283 BCE, before Christ. So these treaties are international. Okay, it's also proof that United States is not a country under Catch versus the United States and Bonds versus the United States. To conceal a fraud is to commit a fraud. So they're committing a fraud with the Dakota Access Pipeline and they're backing it up with the United States, which is called the EIN number, a charter, or a bond. Okay, this kind of gets really touchy, so I'm going to touch you eventually. Sovereignty, full sovereignty is a contract between sovereign nations, government to government. When the United States went bankrupt, they lost their sovereignty. They're no longer sovereign. Ignorance of federal law is no excuse. These are the tribes that owe the IRS, so think about it. 1933 bankruptcy, and it's 2016 right now. Cheyenne River Sioux Tribe, Frisco year. They owed the IRS $3,003,076.952. Crow Creek Sioux Tribe owed the IRS $3,867. Oglala Sioux Tribe owed the IRS $4,208,711. We're going to go down here. There's 5 tribes. One of them is the Standing Rock Sioux Tribe. $1,051,776,000. Now times that times 1933. That number is actually a lot higher than what they're saying. So the next one is there's a woman, United States Department of Interior, Ramsey K. Cole. She's the deputy solicitor. Where'd that woman go? In the cities, in the bigger cities, Reno, Nevada, LA, New York, if you solicit on the street and are homeless, you go to jail. Think about it. Washington don't have a home, they don't have a charter, a bond, an EIN number, and definitely no treaty. But they have a deputy solicitor. Law of the land. Law of the land here states all laws which are pertinent to the Constitution are null and void. Wow. Mayberry versus Madison. Under 28-002, United States is a federal corporation. Now here's the catch. In 1933, when the United States went bankrupt, they never got a federal writ from 264 federal recognized tribes, and if they did, I need to know. However, Washington is sitting on federal land, and I can't remember the name of that tribe. And so we are going to have to claim eminent domain on the White House itself. This is really important, very important. Chronicle list of international treaties. 264 federal recognized tribes. All your treaties are not in here. You are going to have to follow the Fort Laramie 1851 treaty, and this is world treaties I'm talking about. Chronicle list of international world treaties, world ambassadors, world leaders, world judges. That one judge who made a decision here, he's a state judge who made an international decision on our people. All the way around the world. That is treason against treaties. That's a death sentence. There's only one small problem. The Lakota people don't believe in killing anything or anybody. So I said, leave it up to me. I'm from Wounded Knee. But honestly, I really do have to follow our loved ones, what they say. matter
can
what.
escort them out, and
So-
they made replicas of the Santa, Pinta, and Nina Maria. Santa Maria and Nina Pinta. We can put them back on.
I'm gonna give the greatest honor to our leader here to read in the Chronicle list of international treaties what it says in 1851. What does it say on 1851?
1851, Fort Laramie. The United States negotiates safe passage from Oregon Trail settlers with Native Americans.
Okay, what does that mean? That means that the Fort Laramie 1851 treaty is not a deed, it's not a title, and definitely it's not a gift from God to the United States to take over our land or to Dakota Access Pipeline. We own this land, and land is not for sale.
Siam, Salacha Siam Siaya. You know, back home, I'm from Washington State. My given name is Tuptalo. My Christian name is Sean Yanity, or by the federal government I'm known as enrollment number 82. In Washington, we're battling our legislatures and our attorney general. We won the federal court case, the Bolt decision, back in 1974. We're still fighting in court over salmon. Nowadays, we're fighting over clean water. We're watching that metropolis work its way up the I-5 corridor to our relatives on the coast. We can't even get the EPA to help us out setting water quality standards that protect our waterways that we drink, we bathe, our salmon, our shellfish. And then we were fighting the railroad at Cherry Point. They wanted to put a terminal in up the Lummi Nation's sacred site. Those rail cars go through our territory every day. You see the oil tankers and the coal. All it takes is one of those to crash, and there goes our clam beds. And I hear people say, well, look at the Exxon Valdez, it's all cleaned up. It's beautiful again up there. Our great leader, Billy Frank Jr., visited up there and went out to the beach, and he dug not even 6 inches underneath the ground, underneath the rocks when they were in the tidal waters, and you were hitting sludge. It recovers on the top. It looks good, but looks could be deceiving. And that's what we're fighting for back home. That's what we're fighting here and through all of our lands. Just protecting our way of life, protecting the things that our ancestors survived on, the things that we want to survive on, those traditional foods. Our tribe it lives in a concrete jungle. We're the Stolaquabj. It means the river people. I want to ask permission to be here in your homeland.
Welcome to our homeland.
Oh, see, I didn't do that this morning. I apologize. But it's wonderful to be here with all of our relatives. The flag we brought to leave here hung at our natural resource building. I'm also the fisheries manager. Gary Tatro, our council member, as well as our wildlife policy. We fight for our treaty right. We fight to keep those traditions, the interests of hunting and fishing going. we fight for our salmon. Our salmon is listed on the Endangered Species Act. We get 30 Chinook a year. That's our allocation. Our habitat is being destroyed faster than we can fix it. So we stand here with all of you to protect your drinking water, your habitat, your children. Usquiatu tia bukswatim, to hold sacred all the earth.
Okay, hi, my name's Christina. I came from Flagstaff, Arizona. And we can sit around and talk about countless problems because there are many. And it's hard for me to stand up here and talk about this stuff in front of crowds of people, but it's time. And it would be great if you guys would all stand up and show the energy. We have to start somewhere. Change doesn't happen overnight. It starts here, it starts now. People are caring now. It started something. This is our time. Okay? We need to be thankful for this. We don't get chances like this every day. We don't. And I don't want to hear us, I don't want to hear them here. This is us, and that pipeline, and that's them. That's them. This is us. We're standing together. And I saw this beautiful flag earlier. It had different colors on it, and a heart, and there was a world in the middle of it. That's how it should be. These flags are all beautiful. All of them. But that one connected all of us. In every single way. And thank you for letting me say that. And I just continue to hope that this stays like this. I'm leaving in like a week. So the only thing you can continue to do is to keep saying it over and over until we're heard. Thank you guys. I believe in you guys. We're going to stop this pipeline. We have to start somewhere. Thank you.
What Jay? My name is Kayla Sutherland from Ottawa, Piscat, Toronto, Canada. A few months ago in the spring, we had a suicide crisis. And people got attention all over Canada, and they didn't know what to do. Nobody knew what to do. No action was being taken. So what a small group of people did was they decided to occupy the Indian Northern Affairs of Canada, the federal government. We went into the federal government office and we occupied it and we shut it down. That created inspiration all over Canada, and almost every INAC building was occupied and shut down. I believe it's something that could be repeated here. We did that with a policy that says that we are holding ceremony in that building. They can't kick you out if you're an Indigenous person doing ceremony. Right. So for all of those that cannot get here, I say go to your municipal building, go to your state buildings, federal buildings. Go into those offices. You can make a difference. Just a small group of people change the lives of our young people in Ottawa, Piscat. We're now getting our youth center. We are now getting the water treatment research that we are finally asking for years and years and years. There's still a lot of work to be done. But I have never seen a unity like this. I don't think any of us have. We can't let it go. We can see the change happening already. All of us standing together, not being mad at each other, not looking at our differences, only looking at similarities. You're good. I'm saying you're good. Awesome. My cousin here is also talking. I'm so proud of her because we don't usually do this too much. And oh, me glad for all of you people being together and standing together, and don't let it go. Go to those federal buildings. Go to your people. Tell them that those that can't make it here, make the stance there. We can't take over. I know it sounds radical, but trust me, if you do it in a peaceful and prayerful way, you won't be stopped. We can make the change. You have to have hope and faith, and it will happen. I saw it happen in our country, and I know it'll happen here. And I bet this one will be even bigger. You can make change for tribes all over your nation. You're an inspiration to all nations. This is going to create a great change all over the world. I hope you all know that you are a part of this great change. This is almost a drop in the bucket of a ripple effect all across the world. The entire world is watching you right now. Do you know that? They will not let this die. We will not let the water die. And we will heal our land. It is not too late. Miigwech.
Obiangande. My name's Suang, just like my brother here. Opposite of the hawk, I am the tail of the eagle. I was told guidance, so I'm part Santa Clara, Kapo Winge, part Zia, people of the sun. So from Santa Clara, we're water people. The water serpent brings us our water on her back. While our water is drying up with a mixture of Los Alamos National Laboratory throwing their uraniums in our backyards. Now, the more I hear these stories, we all have similar stories. We all have something going on in our backyards. And just like she said, we should not only go home and talk to the people there that could not make this travel because, like this gentleman said, they can't even buy food. That's pretty sad. That means the people here need our support, and the people back home can only dish out so much. So what I'm asking is, I researched. Find out who's investing into these pipelines, the big banks. Withdraw your money from these banks. Do not bank with them. Yes. Donald Trump, $250,000 invested into this pipeline. This man is supposed to now become president. What do you think is going to happen? This is not over. If he makes office, the problem is going to resurface. As indigenous people, make sure we go back home and do not vote for him. Nobody vote for him. Nobody go and invest in the Walmarts. You know, these are all corporate companies who sit above us, looking down at us, laughing. But we actually are the richer ones in heart and spirit. My aunt told me to come out here, come out in peace. Where we're from, we're very restless. A lot of our kids are into drugs and alcohol. It's because they're displaced. They should be warriors. My heart goes out to the young men getting on their horses in the middle of the night and patrolling. They have purpose. We all have purpose. Now it's to be in sync with Mother Earth wanted us to be. Whether it's a warrior, a speaker, a provider, nonetheless, we must respect her and we must respect our elders. And I see this when I'm feeding. I see a lot of the men standing before the elderlies. That's not how it is at home. The elderlies eat first, then the kids, then the women. The men, if there's leftover, then we eat because we have the ability to go out and get our food. We need to respect every single body, and the women most of all. Men don't bear children. And like this lady was saying earlier, they sat in the womb for 9 months. You know, so it's time for change. Give the women the right and the respect that they need to input their value into our society. We're men, we're warriors. We think with testosterone, they think with their hearts. Yeah. So please, I'm asking you, everybody go back home and make a change. This is a big deal. Do not promote these big businesses and really look into who's promoting this. There's people in $1 million mansions wanting this to still go.
and it's not gonna go as long as we're here.
He lives in Texas.
They live all over, honey. Yeah.
The biggest one lives in Texas.
Well, Los Alamos National Laboratory, they did a project in the 70s where they blew the uranium in the easterly direction because they knew that all 8 northern pueblos were east of their wind. So many of my elders are sick. So many of them lost before their time. My Matt John Shahey at Don Bisado, he's a drummer, gone way before his time, and with him went songs that I should have learned, that my kids should have learned. So what I'm asking is, whether you're native, you're indigenous or not, embrace this. We're all family. We all came from this planet. Nobody owns anything. We're only here for a brief period of time. No walls and just more love. Thank you. Kunta Waha.
Hello, Wiche, Anin, Bojo, Sago. My name's Yvonne. I'm from Attawabsket First Nation on my mom's side. And my father's from Burns Lake, British Columbia. In both of my mother and my father's side, we have water issues as well. Attawabsket, we can't even drink our own water. We have to get it from a well. And my father's side, their community is, I guess they just signed permission for a pipeline to go through his community. And my father was deputy chief, and he tried to get the council to vote no, but he kind of got kicked out of that after that happened. So I'm really happy to be here because we, again, like the message is, we all have a fight with water. And I'd just like to share a song with you from Canada. We're from Canada. And just to let you guys know, a lot of people don't know where Canada is or where, we tell them and they're like, okay, we have no idea where that's from, but we're from Northern Ontario. I came with a couple of Cree women, my family, and a woman from Walpole. Where's she? But anyway, I just like to share a song. It's a water song. We sing this back home. Some of us, full moon ceremony for women. It's a ceremony for women because back where I'm from, women are the protectors of water. We pray into the water. So when we do our ceremonies, women come and bring the water and pray into it. And also full moon ceremony because we're connected to the moon, our cycles. And so it's a very sacred time, and as women, we are very sacred. So is water. Water is life, right?
Right. Water is life.
Yeah. So I just like to sing this song, and also sing for the ancestors too, because they like hearing these songs and prayers and stuff like that. So bear with me, because I'm a little nervous, but I'm gonna I'm gonna close my eyes. So, all right. All right.
Don't worry, just be proud. From your heart. Now's your fault. Stand up. Move. I told you to stand up.
Hey,
name's Abe, Denver, Colorado. Learned a lot since I came here a couple weeks ago.